Hey, everybody. Hey. What's up? I've got a crowded space here for a second. Does the audio sound like it's coming from the mic? It's been a second since I've done a live. Like, does it sound clean or does it sound like it's coming from my MacBook? Cut the audio there. Muffled. Sounds good, dog. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull it up myself. And then pull it up myself. Okay. Oh, jeez. Sounds good, dog. Sweet. Okay, yeah. Sounds clean. A little quiet, but it sounds good. Sorry, let me know if it's yeah, just let me know. Everything should be on. It sounded good on my phone, so I'm just gonna assume. AP5 build. Will you be mad when I unsub and resub to be the 100,000th? Nah, do it. I've got my little counter here. Oh, it's gonna be backwards. I didn't even think about that. We're at 9:57 right now. Oh shoot, I just ruined everything. Sorry, let me fix this. Not a very good system. Haven't had to do this yet, so I just thought this would be fun to go live for the 100,000 subscriber countdown. And I'm just going to go through, kind of show you guys what's coming up next on the channel. I've got a lot of builds here that I haven't really showed off yet, but things have just been crazy, and I'm looking forward to like creating the rest of these videos. But I was just going to answer questions, go through some of these builds, and just like talk to you guys. All right, so I'm just gonna jump right in, do a couple of these questions. Have you tried the PSA dagger mags for the 43X? Yeah, I've got them right here inside this ARC build. These are like the silver with the polymer or whatever. And I haven't had like enough time with them to really form a good opinion. I really like the build quality of them. I think they're super solid so far, but reliability wise, I haven't been able to put enough rounds through to actually see. And I also haven't been able to put enough rounds through with an actual like OEM gun versus a like kind of kitted out one like this ARC build that I'm doing a review on pretty soon. So I just don't have enough data yet, but as soon as I know, I'll build a video on this. So far, I'd say build quality wise, though, they're solid. And yeah. Other than that, I don't really have a lot of info, but this build will be coming out here pretty soon. Are Geisley triggers worth it? I would say so. I think Geisley makes really good products in general. I've used a lot of their stuff. Really, I like their triggers a lot. I usually just run Trigger Tech because I feel like they're really well-rounded in everything that they do. Though I do think that Trigger Tech triggers could have a harder reset. I think that's like their biggest flaw. So I would run both Geisley or Trigger Tech. I think they're both good. Lots of questions about the PSA micro dagger mags. Sorry, let me pull this up here too. Dang, we're jumping in subs really quick. We might get to 100,000 way faster than I thought. Let's see. We ever do a review on a Daniel defense rifle? Yeah, actually, Daniel reached out and asked if I wanted to do a review on some of their stuff, and I said yes. So I'm going to be in touch with them pretty soon, and I'd love to do some Daniel reviews. Even though I've always said, like, I think you're paying a lot for things that you don't necessarily need or anything like that. But I mean, it's a Daniel defense. I've never said that they're bad. I think that Daniel defense rifles are really good. I just think that you pay more sometimes for a brand. Let's see. Running a Vortex Razor 1 to 10 on a 14.5 Daniel defense. Should I run offsets or skip it and get a red dot RMR or an Aimpoint Acro P2? I think it's always good to have some type of iron sights because everything else can fail. I think iron sights are pretty foolproof, and I prefer offsets. I really like them, but I don't think there's anything wrong with running an offset red dot or something like that. I think that's in a lot of ways really reliable. The chances of both an LPVO and your offset red dot going down is pretty minimal. I think offset red dots give tons of pros in comparison to like maybe offset iron sights. First of all, they sit a little higher. The way that they're mounted is a little more comfortable. You have a more open field of view. I think why not have all of it? Just kidding. Wait, but you know, I don't think you can go wrong. Just pick whatever one you think is best and according to your budget. Josh, what do you do for work income prior to YouTube? A veteran? Yeah, so I'm a wedding videographer by trade. A lot of you guys who've been following me for a long time know that I've been in the wedding industry. And then I kind of just converted the knowledge of filmmaking that I had from that over the last 5 years into this last year building out the YouTube channel. So I'm a wedding videographer. I do photo as well. And that was my main source of income for a long time until the YouTube channel. And I'm really trying to take this full time. So maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but I'm self-funded still to this point. I do have sponsors that help me build out the guns, like US Arms Co. has been amazing. Shout out to them. They are absolutely incredible. They found me at 10,000 subscribers and have helped me and have given me all the things that I needed in order to build the awesome channel that I have right now. When it comes to gun parts, ammo, they've supplied me with so much. So I'm so grateful to them. So maybe one day I'll be able to take it full time. I think if like I keep building up the kit page, making it as valuable as possible, I think I might start doing video tutorials on how I actually build the guns. And because I can't post those on YouTube, I'll likely put them on my website for maybe like 20 bucks or something and like add as much value as I can. And that might help me go full time as well. So there's a couple things that I'm thinking about. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that. I just want to be as helpful as possible. And also, I mean, it's, you know, you gotta make a living too. I wish I could do this full time. So we'll see. What future content? So many guns here. So I've got a lot of builds. I don't know if I should jump right in. Maybe I'll show one gun and then I'll go back to questions. This one in particular. So I've talked about this one before, but this is an Empire build, SIG P320. And oh my gosh, this thing is just so freaking cool. Full metal frame. What's this? AXG is what it's called. And I've been able to kit this out pretty close to what it's going to be in the final video. But like in your hand, oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. So yeah, this is going to be a build coming up here pretty soon. Super nice, super cool. Big fan of this thing. So be on the lookout for this. Yeah, super fun. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But that's one of the builds that's coming. I'll go back to here and then maybe I'll do like a question build. Okay, thoughts on the SIG P365. The original 365, I don't love it because the grip's so small. It's almost like you have to have the extended mag in order for it to even be not scary to shoot. I do have, I'll talk about this one in a little bit, but I built out a peanut butter 365 XL macro. I know that you guys have been asking about that, so I'm going to be doing a review on that pretty soon. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. Original 365, great for concealed carrying, not good for controllability, in my opinion. I would get the macro or the 365 XL. Some of these I feel like I'm going to get in trouble answering, so I'm just going to shy away from these for now, for a second. But I am happy to share my opinions on FRTs and some of these other things, maybe in a different context, just so I don't have this video removed or anything. Let's see. JGT, congrats, man. Sick channel. What do you think of Noveski? Have you taken a look at them? Yeah, I really like Noveski. I think that they are one of those brands where they make just like super high-end stuff, market themselves really well. I think they have sleek designs. And overall, I'd say their stuff is really reliable. I mean, they have a lot of great products. I would equate them probably to maybe close to Daniel Defense, close to, I would say they're on the higher end, like Radian, stuff like that. So, but I think maybe they're even a little bit better. Maybe just like Daniel is a good equivalent. Yeah, I like Noveski's. Here. Is it true that 5.56 is going to have a shortage? Also, what kind of ammo do you use for just the range? It gets expensive quick. Yeah, that's true. So I've heard about the 5.56 shortage. I don't know exactly. I don't have any personal insight on that. I would just say ammo is never really a bad thing to buy. So I would get it if you can. What do I use at the range? I actually use some of US Arms Co. 9mm that they actually sell on their website. Super solid stuff. It's good for both the range and self-defense. Appointed. So I really like their stuff personally, and because they've been able to send me some and I've been able to test so much of it, it's just really good stuff. So I use a lot of that. And then for just like pretty much the everyday range stuff, the PM, what is it, PMMG? Hopefully I don't even know. That stuff's really good. I just get whatever the cheapest stuff is for the range. Honestly, it doesn't matter that much. If I'm shooting long range, and like since the ARX video where I couldn't hit the 700-yard target to save my life, I've realized how important it is to understand grain, weight, bullets, and loads specifically if you're shooting distances. So I use like match grade stuff when I'm actually training or zeroing for distance. But if it's just shooting on the range, getting practice in, I would just go to the store, buy whatever the cheapest stuff is, and use that. So it's not super brand specific. I feel like whatever I show up and it's the cheap stuff, that's what I get. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see. This is a really good question. Best resource for navigating all the legal requirements when purchasing parts, i.e., the AR 1500 or the $1,500 AR build you just talked about. Let's see. So it depends on where you live. I've been talking actually with USCCA, who's the they're like that compendium of legal information website, and they basically have like a bunch of resources to know what's legally what you're legally able to do in certain states. So I would look up USCCA, maybe check them out. They might be a sponsor of the channel pretty soon, so I've been working with them, talking with them. They seem like really good guys, and it seems like they have a lot of resources like that. From what I understand, you're good to buy all the parts that I talked about in the $1,500 build. In pretty much every state, just work on the lower, depending on where you live, you might have to get a or certain grip, like if you're in California, compliant grip or whatever. But yeah, like with a 16-inch barrel, you're pretty much good. You're chilling everywhere. Let's see. Tips on taking amateur photos of products on a camera phone. So, I would say lighting is everything if you're, on a low end or low quality phone or camera device. Your lighting is going to affect everything. So, turn off all the lights, get a light dome, which is what I have here, and if you remember the kit page and you go to my studio or like the office, the gun room tab, I have all of my lighting, all of the cameras that I use, and then I would just build out the lighting set. That's what's gonna give you the best product at the end of the day. Lighting is everything. So, let's see, going back to these. What's your best gun What is your best gun as rifle? I think you're just asking what is my favorite rifle or like my most kitted out rifle. It would probably be my ARX light fighter, which I talk about in a video I just posted, my full kit review, where I'm like all dressed up, super nerdy. I talk about the ARX light fighter build and how I've kitted it out again since the video. And I'm going to do another update on that and show myself actually hitting more out at a distance. So that'll be coming out at some point. Hopefully, I don't have to do wintertime. But my ARX, love that gun. How close are we? Oh, we're getting there. Crazy. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see. Side armor on Ferro Concepts V5, yay or nay, and soft or plates. So I was going to put side armor on my V5. I just haven't yet. I don't know how much they weigh or what it will do to affect the way that I'm able to move. Um, I think it's a balancing act. I have personally no idea. Oh, somebody asked what my job was if I was a veteran before. I forgot to answer that. No, I'm not a veteran. I'm not anything actually. I'm just a civilian. But I just took an interest in self-defense and these things in particular. I thought that they're really important to understand, and that's kind of where the channel came from. Mostly based in a desire to know how to protect innocent life. If I was ever put in a crappy situation, that's kind of what motivated me in this direction. So I'm not anything, but I do train a lot, and I do have a desire to protect innocent life. So that's where all of this came from. So from that perspective, I really don't know what works like perfectly and what doesn't a real battle situation. Like I just don't know. I've never been in that, and I would never claim to know that. So I just like run what I feel like is practical in my mind. And I have a lot of friends who are military LE, and they kind of direct me in ways. But other than that, I run what feels good to me. And side plates make a lot of sense. You never know if you're going to get shot there. And I don't know. It makes sense to like protect yourself from all the sides. So depending, I'll try them out. I'll let you know how heavy they are and how immobile they might make you. But one of the things I talked about in the kit video was how I already felt like my plate carrier was a little heavy, and it might just have more to do with getting higher end level 4 plates that are lighter. But we'll see kind of where everything falls when I'm able to make some updates. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, let's sorry everybody. If you're having stream issues, it could just be my internet. I'm trying to stream on the lowest quality on my camera, and it might just be my internet. I am connected on a lot of different things right now, which speaking of which, I can connect on some of these. Okay. What's my favorite trigger AR trigger for long range. For long range, it is definitely Trigger Tech. I feel like with precision shooting, I mean, they have such an incredibly light trigger pull, and it is so soft. I mean, it's so crisp. Everything about it is just like so made for long range, in my opinion. So I would run Trigger Tech for long range. And I mean, if you're building like a short build or something like that, there's no problem running a Geisley or anything with a really tough reset. Even a lot of mil spec triggers have really good resets in them. So um, yeah, like you don't have to spend a ton of money on a build that's just meant to work. But if you're trying to do precision shooting, it is really helpful to be able to dial it down and adjust to what pull weight you want, which Trigger Tech does really, really well at. Let's see, somebody asked, do I have an X account? I guess old Twitter, now X. Yeah, I do have an X account. It's a Gunman account. You should be able to find it under Gunman. I'll have to look up the actual thing because it probably won't pop up. Actually, it might. But type in Gunman. Yes, I do have an X account. Feel free to follow me on that. I don't really post on Twitter now, X, very much. So maybe I should start doing that now. Any plans for a PCC or PDW build? I would love to do one. Once this pistol brace stuff blows over, I think it's going to be a lot easier for me to jump back into short builds and stuff like that. As of right now, it's been a little more difficult because of the registration process, all of those things that you have to not loopholes, the things that you have to jump through in order to get those types of guns. So for me right now, it just makes a lot of sense to build out practical 16-inch ARs, which honestly I've loved, and showing the different levels of them, what you can do. And there's a lot of great products out there right now. So I think I will do a short build here in the future, even if I have to SBR it. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'd love to. Numbers going down. It's okay. You guys don't have to subscribe, but this is really fun. So can't decide on an AR 15-inch. Oh, sorry. Can't decide on a 15-inch M-LOK handguard for my build. What would your top 3 be? Can't decide on a 15-inch M-LOK handguard. Oh, okay. So I run Midwest Industries a lot. I think Midwest Industries makes fantastic handguards. I love them. I've run them for years now, and I think they're great. I would also run Geisley. I think Geisleys are awesome. They make really good products. You can't go wrong there. And then maybe I know there's this company that I don't want to just throw one out there. So I mean, personally, Geisley, Midwest Industries. Those are like my 2 top that come to my head right now. I know there's another, just can't remember right now. Sorry. It's like when you're on camera, you just like instantly forget everything. That's literally my life. So sorry, guys. Did you do any type of marketing when building your YouTube channel or just consistently posting? So that's the funny thing is everyone told me that if I don't post consistently, then I'm not going to gain subscribers and that I'm going to lose out. And what ended up happening is I just started making as high of a quality video as I could, as consistently as possible, but it was really irregular. I started posting like once or twice a month, and even that felt like super slow to me, but it still generated an insane amount of views and stuff like that. I think the higher end of content you create, the more shareable, the more aesthetic, likable, the higher likelihood of you gaining traction. So I would just say focus on quality, make like the highest quality videos that you can, separate yourself from the crowd into a different. I dove into guns other people have in the past. Usually they're on a range talking about guns. I decided to show them off in my studio in a really clean way. And I was hoping that that would gain some type of traction and end up working out really well. So That's like quality over quantity, in my opinion. Let's see. Where should someone start if they've never shot or owned a gun before? Do you know anybody who owns guns or is like a qualified person? Not don't go out with your friends who know nothing as well. So I always say like try to find somebody really experienced who can help you have a really good time at the range for your first time. What happens so often makes me so sad is someone who's never shot a gun before gets handed a sawed off 12 gauge shotgun and their friend is like, oh, this gun's so fun, you're gonna love it, and then they shoot it and then they're terrified of it, and then they're like, I don't like guns anymore because of that experience. First of all, don't be that friend. Second of all, um, if you're the person trying to get into this, look for to find somebody, maybe even go to a gun store and try to find somebody who can help you have a good experience for your first time. And then I would say shoot an AR first, get the feel for that. They're one of the most simple, it's the most simple weapon platform that you can shoot. They're very comfortable and they're like the least scary thing that you could shoot ever. And then maybe move into a handgun, 9mm preferably, and then maybe shoot a shotgun. Most people start with shotguns. That's fine. A lot of kick. Just not my top recommendation. Try to find somebody who has really high-end fun guns that you can shoot and have a really good experience with. And then basically go from there. Just shoot everything that you can. And I think that's like one of the best ways to go about it. I think if you have a really positive, consistent experiences with firearms, then you're more likely to want to get involved more. And it's just baby steps, you know? So like, don't hand somebody a shot off 12 gauge shotgun and think that they're going to have a good time. They might, they probably won't, and especially if they've never shot guns before. So hand them a 16-inch AR, or go find somebody who has a 16-inch AR and go and shoot that first. I think you'll have a really good time. And then make sure that the person doing all this is very keenly aware of the safety regulations. If you're safe, if you understand the rules, then you can have a ton of fun without worrying about getting shot, because you are dealing with things that are capable of killing. So I would just say be really safe, but have a ton of fun with the right people. Yes, that's what I would say. Dang, we're getting so many questions. I know. Oh man, we're almost there. So crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a pause on questions really quick. I'm gonna come right back. It's keeping my spot. I do want to show this. Boom. This thing is so sick. What do you think? So this is another Mossberg 590A1. And this is another Vangcomp special. So it's got the ported barrel there. And then I partnered up with Wooks so I could get their furniture. And man, I'm so excited. Vangcomp also did the Cerakote color for me, so I thought it would be really cool to do like a wood and silver. Turned out so good. I'm so excited to review this thing, kind of show you guys what I would build out, like a natural looking Mossberg 590. Super excited for that. That'll be coming out here in a little bit. So sick. Oh my gosh, 3 more people. This is wild. We're about to hit 100K. 2 more. I almost just want to watch it. Who's going to be number 100,000? Oh my gosh, I can't even stop smiling right now. This is so crazy. I didn't even like prepare a little speech or anything. I don't even know what people normally do. Oh my gosh, we just hit it. We're at 100,000 subscribers. I'm waiting for it to go back down to 900,999. I think that'd be so funny. Who's going to be the 100,001st? No, you guys are the most savage people I've ever met. It went back down. That's so funny. There it is. 101. That is so funny. Yeah. Yeah, you got me on that one. I was waiting for that to happen. So cool. Holy crap. I'm like, I can't believe that this is real life right now. Ah, it went back down. It's at 100,000 again. It's okay. It's not gonna be real. It's not gonna be real until I get to like 100,000 and like 50. I feel like because you guys just keep pushing it around. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, well there it is. We hit it. 100,000. 100,000 people around the world are enjoying Gunman content, and I am so excited to continue making this for you guys. I hope I can make a dent in the industry and provide like a lot more of whatever I'm qualified to do, because I never want to go outside of my qualification, but I do want to inspire people because I'm just like, I'm nothing. I'm a civilian, you know. I just want to show that you can train at the same level. You can hang out with people who are involved in the military, LE, and you can gain a lot of experience just by being with those people. And more prepared citizens is not a bad thing. So just because you feel like you're not serving in the military or you're not LE or anything like that doesn't mean that you can't be really effective or an important asset. Man, so cool. Okay, so we hit 100,000. Look at that. That is so wild. I just can't get over it. Dang. It's a little warm in here. I feel so happy. Thanks, guys. It's so sick. Man, it's so crazy. Okay, I'm going to keep answering questions here. You guys are the freaking best. You're the best. Let's see. What's better, 14.5 or 16-inch? Huge debate. I personally am just going to run a 16-inch because if I'm being completely honest, I don't even notice the length difference. If you want to pin and weld and lose like 2 inches, just so you can have an actual 16-inch rifle, I don't think it makes that big of a difference to me. And also, I don't want to decrease velocity just for barely 2 inches. I don't know. That's just me. So yeah, I'm going to choose 16. I know a lot of people choose 14.5. I think that's great. Run whatever you like more. Thoughts on a bolt action rifle? Anything we'll see soon from you? Yes, I do want to jump more into long range. I'm going to work with US Arms Co. Love them. They have an insanely good bolt action rifle that they make, and I am excited to do a review on it one day. I will, and I'll keep you posted on when I'm able to build that out. What is the best first handgun of your choice? Some of my buddies are texting me right now. Shout out to Gunnar Bramwell, one of my childhood best friends. Love that guy so much. He's been my best friend for literally my entire life, and he's always supported me. That kid kills life. So thank you, Gunnar. Love you, dude. Let's see. What is the best first handgun of your choice for new shooters and for those who plan to EDC it? So first handgun, I would always say go as big as possible. Go as big as possible because that's the most comfortable to shoot, while also still keeping it concealable. There's a lot of great options out there right now. I personally think that the 43X MOS is a fantastic first handgun. I think that the grip is really good, really big, really comfortable, and the platform overall functions really well as a stock weapon. And the MOS allows you to throw a light on. It's optic ready, and if you get the right mags that work, hopefully in your gun, you can carry 15 rounds. So I think overall, the 43X is a fantastic option. I am not against the P365 XL, especially the macro version. I think the macro has a better grip than the 365. And this gun overall I would say is really good. So the 365 series are great. And also, they're pretty much just as concealable. I don't know if you can see. That's probably not the best way to show that. Beep. They're pretty much the same size. And yeah. So these two, great options. Feel really good in your hand. That's what I'll look into. But if I'm being completely honest, for your very first firearm, I would like pick up a Glock 17 because they are extremely easy to shoot, very reliable, very accurate. Glock 17 or Glock 45. I love the 45 series, or not the series, but just the Glock 45 in general. That is my go-to handgun for like pretty much everything, and it's concealable in my opinion. So, and I do conceal it every once in a while. I just think the 43X MOS is a little more comfortable. So I would say Glock 45 is like an absolutely solid option all around. But it's not as concealable as like the 365 or a Glock 43X. So I would look at all of them, shoot all of them, and figure out which one you personally like the most. Let's see here, moving through some of these. Dang, it's so sick. Yeah, I did see a question in here about barrels. And one thing that I think, so there are a lot of barrels out there. The reason, so in the latest build that I just did with the $1,500 budget build, and I got so many comments of people saying it's not budget, it's $1,500. That's so much money. And budget doesn't mean cheap. It means financially restricted to a certain limit. So the budget was $1,500, and that's what I was able to build with $1,500. So just to clarify that, budget doesn't mean cheap. What I also didn't do very well in explaining in the actual video was how actually good US Arms Co.'s barrel was. And for those of you who have access to the kit page, know how big of a discount that you're getting on a premium barrel. You don't have to build out the whole gun. If you're looking for just a solid 16-inch barrel, then I would buy that one. That one's incredibly good, very accurate, chrome lined, cold hammer forged. It's just a great barrel. So if you're looking for a barrel and you're looking for a 16-inch version of that barrel, I would buy US Arms Co. I have them in a couple of my other builds that I've done, and they are just awesome. So yeah, if you're curious about barrels and you're looking for a 16-inch, go buy US Arms Co. They are, they were showing me the process of how they make them and the manufacturer that they use. I forgot the name of it, but these guys have manufactured like, I think it was over 1 million barrels or something like that. And they use this like an incredible process to create their stuff. So it's not like you're buying something low end. It's an insanely good barrel, and US Arms Co. is so nice in giving a crazy discount. So any other questions on that, let me know. But second of all, buy whatever you want because I have no benefit. I have no financial gain from you buying that barrel. The financial gain for me is you getting into the kit page to get the discounts. So, but that's the value that I tried to offer. I tried to give you as much value in the kit page as possible, so it was even worth it in the first place. So that's where I get value or financial gains for me. You buying their barrels or you buying their stuff, they don't pay me at all. So yeah, I thought I should throw that out there as well. Going through some of these, they're doing the countdown. Reading through some of these. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's another SIG, just because I answered one of the questions. Here's another SIG that I'm building out here pretty soon. It is actually kind of sick. And kind of what happened, Sig Sauer reached out to me and they said, hey, we want you to try out our new custom gun building website thing. So they were like, build out 2 guns, we'll send them over, and then you can just share your experience. And I was like, awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. because I've been wanting to build out a couple SIGs anyway, test them in comparison to my Glock builds to see which ones I like more. And I mean, so far I haven't been able to put in a lot of testing, but these guns are doing awesome. So this is a P320 build that I've been working on, testing a little bit, and I'm actually really excited to share this with you guys. Pretty sick build overall. It's funny how these mags only hold 15 and they're like twice the size as the macro, and the macro holds 17. So I don't really understand that fully, but SIG kind of just does their own thing. But yeah, this is a 320 build. I did kind of like a compact version of the AXG, even though these are completely different in a lot of ways, but let's see. Yeah, kind of sick. This one so far, so sick, so fun to shoot. The AXG in general, one of the smoothest handguns I've been able to shoot. I mean, that thing is just wild. Yeah, SIG P320, excited to do this review at some point. More info on that coming soon. It's the one I practically threw at you guys. Let's see. We need a collab with T-Rex Arms. I think it'd be so fun. One of the most fun things that I'm looking forward to one day when like bigger YouTubers start to recognize me, maybe. I really hope it happens because all these guys seem like the most genuine people, and I would just love to go shoot, hang out with them, learn from them. I think that'd be so much fun, especially Lucas from T-Rex Arms. I think it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing to go and shoot with people who have so much experience in the industry, and I think it'd be super fun. So maybe one day, hopefully I get big enough to where I can share experiences with you guys. Like I would definitely bring out my crew and have them help me film. I think it'd be super fun. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, a bunch of congrats, tons of congratulations. That's where I'm at right now. Sorry, I'm still scrolling. Thank you guys so much. It's so fun. Dang, we're at 100,011. It's fluctuating, it seems. But so happy. So crazy. Thank you guys for participating, being here with me. So fun. See, Tanner, met you at Shot at the UF Pro booth with John. Looking forward to seeing more. Tanner, dude, yeah, it's been so long. I mean, if I could see your face a little bit better, but yes, John, my good buddy John, shout out to him. It's glad you're here, Tanner. That's awesome, dude. Lucas, thank you, bro. Let's see. So many just nice comments. You guys are so awesome. What do you think of the Holosun 510C? Great. Honestly, Holosun has come a long way. I think that they're making fantastic products, and I'm not opposed to them, honestly, but I do run Trijicon when I can, and I think it's worth saving up a couple of $100 extra to get an EOTech if you can. If you're within the Holosun budget or range, I think that they're great enough. Nice. Just got the Sharps Rifle Company XPB bolt carrier group and love it. There you go. Another positive review. I've run Sharps bolt carrier groups for like, how long has it been? It's been a while. And I've run a couple of them super hard. And those things just have not had any issues for me. And every time that I clean them, I'm just constantly shocked. No matter how much carbon is on there, spray it once. Sometimes I don't even have to spray it. You just wipe it off and it just comes off. It's crazy. So that I have loved Sharps XPBs for a while now. And one of the reasons is because of how easy they are to clean, how reliable they are. Flat or curved trigger, single or two-stage trigger. I'm looking into trigger techs now. Yeah. I've really loved flat triggers. I was super into flat triggers when I was just getting into like higher end triggers outside of OEM or like the stuff that just came with the rifles. And honestly, I still love the feel of a good flat trigger. I think flat has more to do with precision. If you want a 1911 feel, like straight pullback vibe, go flat. But I think they're also just really comfortable in general. So personally, I don't think you can go wrong. I think it's one way or the other. You're going to be really happy with it. I've been running a lot of curved lately, only because when you're running with gloves on or something like that, it gives you a little more room within the trigger guard to move your finger around without having ND or anything like that. So for a lot of reasons, I love the curved triggers, but I love flat as well. Single or two stage trigger techs, single stages are wild. They are so good. I don't think personally you're going to notice a big difference between the two if you're not like heavily invested in precision shooting. If you're planning on just plinking around with it, or if it's a defense build or something like that, there's nothing wrong with the two stage. So I would say, I mean, personally, I just don't think you can go wrong. I have both. I have run every combination of them, single to two stage, single to one first stage, and I think that they are all fantastic. So it's really just up to your preference. If it's your first one, run the flat. I think you'd love the flat, and then run a flat two stage. I've never had issues with those, so I've never had really big issues with any of them. But a flat two stage is fun and feels really good. What bolt carrier group would you recommend on a Palmetto Armory lower and upper? So it really does depend on your budget. Another reason why I like Sharps is because they are within a price range that really does compete well with the other bolt carrier groups out there. I mean, there's nothing wrong running a BCM bolt carrier group. I think that those are fantastic. And then I think BCM is kind of like the minimum that I would do. But at the same time, it's like $20 more. Maybe you can get a XPB from Sharps. So just consider it based on your budget. BCM, Sharps Rifle Company, XPB, or what's another one that I feel like at the end of the day, like you do want to invest more in a bolt carrier group. So I would say BCM, XPB. I'm sure there's other companies out there who make great stuff as well, or a Daniel. You could run a Daniel. I don't know if you can buy those separately. I've never looked into that, but I would look into it. I'm sure that they would make a good one as well. X2 Dev Group also makes a bolt carrier group that you can run. It's titanium, super light. And I know just based on the way that their stuff is manufactured that it's high quality. So I would say X2 Dev Group. I don't know how expensive they are though. So X2 Dev Group, BCM, Daniel, if you can buy it separately, or Sharps Rifle Company. Those are what's coming to my head right now. Let's see. Thank you guys. Such good, nice comments. Any plans on purchasing a 2011, or if you had to, which one do you think you'd pick? If I had the budget, I'd buy the Nighthawk Sand. Why did I just forget the name? Nighthawk. Yes, oh man, why can't I remember the name? I'm sure one of you guys will know what I'm talking about. They make all of their stuff is like full custom, insanely high end stuff. So, but they're like $4,000 for a handgun. Wild. Staccato, obviously. I mean, those. If I was going to run a Staccato 2011, I think I'd go with a compact version, like they're little mini guys. I think those are so sick. And Sandhawk, thank you. Texas Shots, thank you so much. So it's the Sandhawk. Yep. I should have known that because Nighthawk. Look at that. So yeah, both of those, I think, are the ones that I would do. I'm gonna get in touch with Staccato at some point, see if I can pick up one of those even just for a review, because I would love to even see. I haven't shot a ton of 2011s, but the ones that I have, so crazy smooth. So I think I'd love to get into those. Um, yeah, stay tuned because I'm doing a lot of handgun builds here in the next little bit. I've done tons of rifles, but handguns are coming. Opinion on the Hellcat Pro. So I've never been like a big Hellcat fan. I don't think that they're bad. I think these days it's really difficult to spend at the $500 mark and get something that's like bad. I would say maybe it's equivalent to this guy right here, the 365 XL Macro, and maybe less rounds, right? I think it only holds 15. Pretty sure it's only 15. But yeah, I would say equivalency is this guy right here. So not bad. I think it's just another option that you can get. It was definitely better than the original Hellcat, which is equivalent in my mind to the original 365. Too short of a grip, way too snappy. Don't buy the original. But if you're going to get one, go with the Hellcat Pro for sure. Jay, my wife told me to purchase a gun within a budget this Christmas, so I'm buying the Atlas Athena. That's epic. Yeah, it's within a budget, right? A budget of what, 4K? I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Dude, that's so funny. So Knox, I think so. He said, "Does the barrel have good longevity?" And I believe he was talking about the U.S. Arms Co. barrel that I was talking about before. And I would say yes, because it's chrome lined, and the way that it's forged, cold hammer forged barrels are fantastic for longevity. They are great. And as a nickel boron receiver, which is just smoother. Your bolt carrier group coming in and out, it's going to be a lot less wear. And I would say I haven't been able to like shoot the crap out of one yet. I would love to. It's just ammo cost is killing me right now. So at some point, I would just love to absolutely destroy U.S. Arms Co. barrel on YouTube and just show you guys how long they could last. I personally don't know. I feel like they've done that maybe, and I'll get in touch with them, ask them how long they could last. Maybe that could be a good video that we could do together, is just blow a ton of ammo and see how long they last. Let's see. Bearded Salvia. Have you heard of Blackout Defense? They reached out to me. I think. I have so many emails that I need to go through. I think one of them was Blackout Defense. I live in California and purchased the upper that is a 13.9 pin and weld. Just curious if you've heard of them because it was an expensive upper, $1,400 plus. Wow. Dang, maybe I need to answer that email. I'm gonna look through, figure out if that was an email that I need to get back to. Blackout Defense, if you watch this, I apologize. I'm just working as much as I can to get back to everybody. So Blackout Defense, cool. Yeah, I have heard of them before, and I'm interested to know where their stuff's made, who makes it, and how it's made. So if they're charging those prices, though, I have to imagine that they're going with maybe a really high-end builder. So that's cool. I'll keep you posted on that, maybe when I get back to that email. You're right about budget versus cheap. When it comes to gun builds, to me, budget means as cheap as you're willing to bet your life on. Big facts right there, dude. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I was also getting a lot of people saying like, "Oh, you don't have to use a lot of the things that you did in the budget build. I could make it so much cheaper and still reliable." And I don't disagree with those people. Like honestly, I think you can build a least expensive or a less expensive rifle than the parts that I used. I was simply showing what parts I have used and recommend. Like this is just based on my experience, based off of all the stuff that I have, all the stuff that I've run. I built that rifle based on my knowledge, So I was not moving outside of anything that I didn't understand, and that's why I chose the parts that I did. I just know that the parts that I used to build that gun will be reliable, and they will be for you too. So that's why I built the gun the way that I did, and that's just the way it was. You know what I mean? That's just the way it was. Yeah. Yo, what do you suggest for a Glock 43X budget $300 and the trigger is sharp? What what do you suggest for a Glock 43X budget $300 and the trigger is sharp? Oh man, I wish I understood what you were saying in that. Skipping, coming back if I understand what you're saying. And that was from Sawyer. Sorry, dude. Let's see. Okay, Knox. Yeah. Oh, he was referring to the longevity of the U.S. Arms Co. barrel. So yeah, to be continued on that one. I was asked, are you located in Arizona? I'm located in Utah. Big Utah fan. Let's see what we got here. Man, it's like I'm just filtering through because there's so many just like nice comments, and I want to respond to everybody, but I definitely want to answer questions too. So if you said a nice comment, thank you. I did. So this question gets brought up a lot. I feel like I should answer it every time it comes up. So for Keaton, what is your background? Military, LE, or purely civilian? I'm a civilian. I have lots of friends and a family member who is LE, and and in the military as well. I've got a lot of friends who I'm able to go out with, hang out with, train with, and so for me personally, I'm just a civilian who took an interest in firearms and kind of combined videography with the firearms industry and my passion in it. So, though I am nothing, I love to train as much as possible so I can be as prepared as possible to defend innocent life, protect people if I had to, and I just want to be able to do that personally. I think it's important. And if I can build out a gun that's cool enough to inspire somebody else to go and build the same one, go out and train with it, then I think that I will fulfill my purpose behind this channel. So ultimately, I would like to see a more armed, safer society in general, a more armed, safe populace in general. And I think there's a lot of good from educating people in the firearms space and inspiring people to get more involved with these types of things. I think firearms can be very useful in difficult situations. We've seen the world turn to crap in a lot of ways. And yeah, I'm not a fear monger. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen. But if we're looking on the outside of the world, I think it doesn't hurt to have these skills readily available as well as the means to be able to protect and defend. So I think there's a lot of things to it. That's kind of the surface level layer that I like to talk about. Yes. So just a civilian, just a civilian. Let's see. What do you think of me, a person from the Netherlands, training concealed carry or drills for self-defense with airsoft because concealed carry isn't legal or our guns in general aren't legal? Um, Absolutely. I think you should. I think whatever means I think that if you're training with airsoft, then that is better than training with nothing. And respect to you, honestly. Did you see the T-Rex arms video where Lucas brings a kid who had never shot a real firearm in his entire life, had only trained airsoft, and he shot it absolutely incredibly well. I mean, he was like Lucas 2.0. It was wild. So absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that you should train in whatever capacity you're allowed. And yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Props to you. Absolutely do it. Best sub $1,500 factory build rifle with a pencil barrel to recommend to women and shooters wanting a less front heavy rifle. That's a great question. So sub $1,500. How about $1,500? So this one right here. Let's see if we can get this whole thing in there, minus the suppressor, of course, and all the accessories. This thing is the Midwest Industries Night Fighter. And you can see on the front here that the barrel comes out a little bit. This is the 16-inch rifle, but the handguard is cut short a tiny bit. And they did this for LE purposes. This is their like LE version rifle. And right out of the box, you get a B5 stock, which I'm pretty, yep. You get a B5 stock, BCM furniture, Radian safety selector, a great mil-spec trigger, and then all the rest obviously is Midwest Industries. And then you also get a Criterion barrel. So this thing for $1,500, I cannot wait to review this thing. Oh, you also get these iron sights, a Radian charging handle, and I mean, it's just a fantastic gun right out of the box. And I've been able to shoot this thing quite a bit. Really, really awesome rifle. Excited to show more about it. Super light in the front, just like you were wanting. I mean, you really don't have to put any accessories out there, and it'll be really, really easy to shoot for a female, I feel like. So the Midwest Industries Night Fighter can highly recommend. And it's at the price point of $1,500, which I was going to talk about this when I did the budget build. The budget build was based more in showing you guys what parts I would use from all different companies, like in combining kind of Frankenstein style. But if you wanted to just buy one, I was going to say that the Midwest Industries Night Fighter pretty close to what I would build normally, and it's a great firearm in general. So yeah, I would look into these. This build will be coming out here pretty soon. All the mods I decided to make, I decided to keep it really simple, but my review in general is going to be coming out here pretty soon on that one. And then if you don't like Midwest Industries for whatever reason, or if you want something with a little more pizzazz, then US Arms Co. actually does make a baseline Utah rifle. And it is at the, I think it actually might be less than $1,500. It's either at 15 or less than $1,500 mark, and it's a great rifle as well. So I have that one sitting right over there. I'm going to be doing a build review on that one here pretty soon as well. So a lot of good $1,500 rifles that I can personally recommend because I've used them. Budget build for sure. You can build that one left if you wanted to. Night Fight for sure. US Arms Co. All really good options, which I'm going to be talking about all of them. So stay tuned. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry, I'm scrolling through trying to find all the good ones. Looking to build a first AR, what length would you have a 16-inch LWRC? 16-inch LWRC. That's a great question. So I try to refrain from having like multiple of the same barrel length. I don't think that there's anything wrong though with having two 16-inch rifles. Maybe one has an EOTech on it and the other has an LPVO. That to me is a completely different rifle for a completely different use. Even if they both have 16-inch barrels, I think 16-inch barrels is the standard for a reason. I think that they are highly effective ballistically. I think that you're still in the length of maneuverability, and I just think that it's a great length overall. So 16-inch to me makes perfect sense in a lot of ways. Even if you already have one, just kit it out differently, maybe for a different reason. I don't know what's on your LWRC, but maybe kit one out with an LPVO if you don't have one yet, because they are capable of reaching out 5, 6, 700 yards. So with red ammo. Yeah, I would say 16. Get another 16. Maybe if you wanted something slightly shorter and you didn't really care that much if it like dropped to the ballistics a little, 14.5 pin and weld. It's like everybody likes to say is the best. Personally, go with the prior. Yeah, that's just me. Or if you're feeling spicy, build out an 18-inch because yeah, that could be sick. You know, you never know. If you want like more of a distance capable firearm, which I think everybody should build out, then go 18. Why not? 16 is a great middle ground though. What is your go-to? Oh man, so you're getting me on this one. What is your go-to long gun in your arsenal? I have not been able to build out a long gun yet. So as of right now, I am like a 700-yard disabled. Like 700 is the furthest I've ever tried to shoot with any of my firearms, and it was with the ARX, and I still have a lot of training to do. So as of right now, I let my ARX can reach 700 yards, and that is my go-to. So if I had to go out that far, the ARX is the one that I would choose. But that's because I don't own like a 308 or a Lapua or a 6.5, something that is capable of doing 1,000 plus. But to be stay tuned, because I am going to be building out a lot more firearms that are capable of distance here in the future. I would say next year is going to be like maybe the year of distance builds, as well as mixing in like a bunch of different lengths and showing off a bunch of different builds. The next year is going to be so fun. I can't wait. There's so many things in store. So, yeah, so I don't have a great answer for that yet. Opinion on 9mm for home defense. So, like in a PCC build or in a handgun, I think personally, I think if you have a whatever you have is great for home defense. Just use whatever you have. Personally, with 9mm, unless you're running it in a PCC with an extended mag, you're limited on ammunition. There's a high likelihood that there's more of a chance that you're going to miss with a 9mm, less points of contact. So for home defense in general, I would say run a rifle. And that's not to say that you have to, or if that's the best way. I just personally want as much ammo as possible and the highest caliber, ballistically capable as possible. Mostly because you never know how many threats are that you're going to be dealing with. It might not just be one, and in a lot of the videos that I've been seeing on the internet, it's like a group of four guys, and you never know what you're going to run into. So I would just say be prepared for the highest level of threat and be capable to do whatever you have to do without giving any type of self-defense advice, because I don't actually it's all scenarios in my head. But like what I would keep by my bed or something like that, in theory, would be a capable 5.56 30 round mag with defense rounds. So that's just me personally. but then keep a handgun as well. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Just subbed to the kit page, IDK. Why I didn't do it sooner. It's not it's not that expensive for the lifelong. It's true, 27 bucks. It's not bad, and you save way more money. I remember when it was free back in the day, but I understand. Congrats and keep up the good work, bro. Thank you so much, dude. So the kit page is what's helping me fund the channel right now. I mean, it's like what's keeping me alive right now, actually. And I not like alive, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if I'm gonna move into this full time, then I have to have some type of revenue in order to help me pay for all the expenses. And really what happens is it's just going back into the business right now. So like because I'm self-funded, it's just the way that it is. So I would really like, it's huge. It might be feel small to you, but it's huge to me. $3 to you, huge to me. So thank you so much to anybody who decides to support me by using the kit page. My goal is to make it 10, 50, 100 times more valuable than what you're putting in to get in there. So I'm going to keep building it up. Just know if you buy the lifetime access, like I'm just going to do my best to keep pouring value in. And the discount codes, hopefully you're going to save way more than what it costs to get in. That's always my goal. So thank you, as always. If you're buying into the kit page, thank you so much. Like that is what's making everything possible right now. Thank you. Is huge. Let's see. So many good questions. Opinion on, okay, let's see here. Opinion on arrow precision as far as reliability and quality. I would say loop it up really good, clean it really good, and they are great. Honestly, Arrow makes some good stuff. I don't think I've really had any issues with the Arrow stuff that I've run. Um, if I have the choice, I think I'm going to run BCM, even though I know that they're on like a similar plane. They're probably made a lot of their stuff in similar facilities. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I'd say they're great personally. And also, I think Arrow is doing a lot of cool things, like kind of adding like a flared magwell to some of their lowers. I think that's awesome, and just some of the features that you get for still a really good price point. So, I like the fact that Arrow is innovative with their designs and stuff like that. Rather, BCM's a little more like minimal and original with their stuff, but I think that's why people like it so much, is because it's just like it just works because it's designed that way. So yeah, I think they're both awesome. But to Arrow's credit, I think they're great for the price, especially super inexpensive. Um, like the cheapest high end stuff I think out there. Nexus B&T GHM9 is my go-to for bumps in the night. Nothing wrong with that. Grasshopper M9. Yeah, I think that's dope. Is that what they're called? I forgot the what the M stands for. But I was gonna build one of those out. I was gonna do an APC 9, but then the price point kind of deterred me for a second. I think that those are like one of the most aesthetic um, pocket 9 mils that you can get. And I'm looking forward to building out one day. So we'll see how that goes. But I've always wanted to build one of those out. I think they're sick. So cool to see you go from 8K subs to 100K in such a short amount of time. What a G. It is so crazy. Guys, I'm like, actually, like, it's just crazy. I had no idea that this is what was going to happen. Um, it's kind of just like a little childhood boy dream, you know? I'm like, oh man, I'm just glad that you guys are able to experience it with me. I wish you could all be in this room right now. This would be, it's so fun. I just think it's awesome. Okay, but it has been an hour. I was going to keep this at an hour, but it's been a little bit over that. I'm going to get through a couple more of these questions and then I'm going to jump off. I want you guys to be able to go and celebrate with your families if you do the whole Halloween thing. So, um, yeah, I'm going to jump off here pretty soon. Let's see, but I'll go through a couple more of these and I'll see if there's any other builds that I was going to talk about here. Let's see. For my Glock 43X, what is a good trigger option that does not break the bank? I think that is a great question. So if you want just like a slight upgrade that I personally feel like makes a pretty big difference, then for under $100, you can get the Train with Purpose trigger shoe. And though it is not the entire trigger, you're basically just taking the shoe off of your OEM and adding theirs, and you get a flat face, really good feeling trigger. And it doesn't change anything mechanically on the reliability portion of the gun. You just want to make sure that that safety depress lever isn't, even if obviously unload firearm first, push on it as hard as possible. I've done that quite a few times with these. They've all been wonderfully reliable. So Train with Purpose makes a fantastic shoe. That's what I've run. And I run that in 2 of my full-size Glocks right now and in my 43X. And I think they're awesome. So in comparison to like a Johnny Glocks build, $400 versus less than 100, you get still a really good product. I think that's what you were looking for. Okay, let's see here. Rise Armament. Ever try out any Rise? I'm sorry, I don't mean to skip through, but I'm just going based off the ones that I know. So ever try any Rise Armament triggers? If you do, what do you think? If you have, what do you think? The ARX Light Fighter comes with a Rise trigger, and I'm pretty sure. Oh boy. Okay. This could be totally wrong. I hope I'm not wrong in this. I'm pretty sure it's a Rise trigger. If it is, I really like them. It's still in there right now. Fantastic trigger. I think it's been great in the ARX platform so far. I should probably double check so I'm not like talking about something I have no idea about. But I'll double check. If it is the one that comes in the ARX Light Fighter, then it's a fantastic option. And I've used it and have loved it. So if you've been thinking about Rise, I'm going to double check, make sure that the ARX actually does come with a Rise trigger. I'm pretty sure it does. But if I'm wrong, then X everything that I just said. And then send me a DM and we'll all figure out if I've actually used one or not. Other than that, you guys are friggin' amazing. We're ending here with 100,022 subscribers. I'm so grateful for you guys, all 58 of you who decided to stay through this very long live stream. Thank you for asking questions. I am hoping to do more of these here pretty soon. I always say that, but I have intentions. I really do. All the builds that I talked about today are going to be coming out here in the future. I'd rather not shoot them in the snow, but if I have to, I will, because I'm going to be training anyway. I want you guys to jump out into the range, train hard, so we can collectively become a little more experienced and better in overall being more effective and able to defend innocent life. That's what it came down to. I hope none of us ever end up in a situation where we have to use a firearm. I genuinely mean that. But I do want you to be capable to protect those you love and yourself. So that is why I do this. Thank you so much to all of you guys for the support. This is insane. I can't believe that I'm at 100,000 subscribers. Genuinely, I want to meet you guys, I just need to figure out when we can do the whole range day. Everyone in Utah, anyone who is in close quarters to Utah and wants to come for that, I'm going to plan it. Hopefully it's on a day where it won't be too cold because I want to do it in the next month or so. So stay on the lookout for that. Follow me on Instagram because I'll be posting details about when it is, and hopefully I can get everything planned. Overall, thank you guys. This is so crazy. So crazy. I'm grateful for you. So yeah, stay in touch. Let's I don't know. I don't even know how to end this right now. I don't want to go. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Enjoy it. Happy Halloween if you do that. See ya.